So that was just more than. Let's go now with Akshay. Says, hi Abe, Akshay here from India, currently working as mid-level artist. 3 years of experience in outsourcing, work on little titles like Callisto Protocol and Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's great. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Nice. Yeah, we got some good stuff here. This is, again, one of those simple assets that, to be honest, you don't need, man. Like, it's such a simple asset that you don't need it in your portfolio, especially because you have this one right here, which is way more interesting. Amazing thing. I don't even know what this is. Wall breach device. Nice, like a bomb or something. Yeah, this is great, man. Good optimization. It could be a little bit like smaller. I would need to see exactly the try count to know whether or not it's like too heavy or not. But yeah, this is really good, man. It's a good game asset. Now, here's the thing, and I know this is what I hate about the industry, actually. You mentioned you worked on Callisto Protocol, and there's nothing we can show here. Go and ask your bosses. It's like, hey, can I share this? Because the game is out there now, right? So usually when things ship, you are more free to show stuff on your portfolio. Of course, check your contract. You don't want to breach any contract or get into any issues. But try to show more of the stuff that you've done professionally. And that can really boost your portfolio, because one thing that I noticed is that you do have a few pieces. Now, this one is definitely a little bit on the high poly count, like quite high, I would say, like especially here on the handle. Again, we don't need as many faces right there for like areas that are a little bit flatter. So it's very important. Yes, Genvis. So we open submissions every month, roughly in the first or second week. We're now waiting until we fill a specific number of submissions, about 30, so that I can give everyone a good amount of time, and then just submit. Not good UVs, man. This one is not a good UV. Like, we're wasting too much space. This one's fine. The gun is fine. Very nicely. But this one, I don't know why you split this into so many different pieces. Could have been simplified way more. Like, this thing is pretty much like 2 faces, like 2 big parts, and that's it. You don't need as many cuts. Keep this in mind, guys. When you are working with elements, I understand why you did this. Maybe because you wanted to keep like material separate a little bit easier. But you can do this with ID maps or ID masks. Yeah, exactly. As David is saying, we open the submissions, and you need to be paying attention, because we've had this issue where there's a lot of submissions, and it gets a little bit difficult to manage. So the more cuts you add to an asset, the more it's gonna impact the performance on the game time running. Okay, so it's not something that they tell you very often, but you do need to be careful not to add too many cuts. And then, like, this very thin layers right there, like, it feels to me like you just grab this one and you use like an automatic mapping or something inside of Blender, or you're using Blender, Maya, because yeah, this is not optimized at all. You can texture it, like, you're definitely going to be able to texture it, but it's not optimized. You got to be careful there. So there we go. Afatsum. And yeah, and we need more stuff, Akshay. So again, go and ask the projects that you've worked on if you can share some more of the stuff. It's a really cool TV here as well. So yeah, this is a good portfolio, man. Make sure to include the tree count, because I'm seeing that you're not really mentioning that. And it is important. It is important to know how many triangles we have. Because, for instance, if you tell me this TB has, I don't know, 15k triangles, I'll be like, okay, fine. But if you tell me, no, this has like 50k triangles, that's way too much. And I can already see lines or elements that we can simplify and optimize a little bit more. Again, for a better runtime effect. Awesome. So that was Akshay.